After I showed this little tool in one of my recent videos, I had some people reach out to me asking me how to actually use it. So I think it's time for me to bring out my old pointing stick and announce that class is back in session. This is called a drive belt tension gauge, and if you have a Suzuki Savage, you should have one of these in your factory toolkit. I've seen them being sold online, but they are not cheap. As the name suggests, it's used for adjusting the tension of your drive belt. And having the correct tension on your drive belt is really important. If you have it too tight, it will wear out quicker, and if you have it too loose, it will start skipping teeth, and that will destroy your belt and your bike will be super sketchy to ride. To understand how to use this tool, let's take a closer look at it. This right here is the gauge plunger, and when you push it in, it goes into the gauge body. It also has 3 markings or lines, the upper line, the middle line and the lower line. When checking the tension of the drive belt, we want the lower part of the body to be in between the upper and lower line. And when we adjust it, we want it to be spot on the middle line. On the flat side there's a hole with a raised rim. We use that to place the gauge at the right spot on our motorcycle. Let's try it. When you're doing this, you must have your bike on its side stand. I have it propped up on a center stand, and that is just to be able to show you a little bit better. And make sure you don't have any extra load on your motorcycle. That one friend that likes to stop by and help you work on your bike by leaning on it while emptying in your beer fridge, maybe ask him to lean somewhere else for just a minute. With that sorted, it's time to mount our little tool. Right here on the swing arm there is a locating tab that makes perfectly with the top of the gauge. You place it like this and make sure that the bottom of the plunger is aligned with the belt. And we are actually inside the range, just a tiny bit too tight. But that's easy to fix. And the way we fix that is by moving the rear wheel. If it's too loose, we move the wheel backwards. And if it's too tight, like in our case, we move the wheel forwards. To move the wheel, you first have to loosen the axle nut. Put a screwdriver through here and then use a 24mm spanner or socket on the other side. You then loosen the lock nuts on both sides using a 12mm spanner. Now we can move the wheel by turning the adjuster nuts. Those are also 12mm. We turn it until the bottom of the gauge body aligns with the middle line on the plunger. When doing this, it's important to keep the front and rear pulleys perfectly aligned. In other words, you need to adjust the left and right side adjuster nuts the same amount. There's actually markings on the swing arm to help you with that. And when we're done, we're retightening the axle nut, adjustment bolts and lock nuts. The axle nut should be torqued down to 72 Newton meters. And that's it. And remember when you are checking the tension, if it's inside the range of the top and the bottom line, it's fine. You don't need it to be perfectly aligned to the middle line. It's only when it's outside of that range that we need to adjust it, and when we are adjusting it, we are aiming for the middle line. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you're looking for something else to watch, maybe check out this video right there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!